run it back, and run it back, run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the friends. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another back. Ultra fast. I ain't with the boulder dash. Run it back, but running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. About the act, yeah. And run it back. As you see how I act, nothing I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key. Running back, let me have it back. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key.
Yes, like that. Told her might be right back. Oh, yes, like that. I told her might be right back.
Run it back. Told him put the money in the
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Andrews. It's grabbed over the middle by White. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks, don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he goes out right around the 39. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now Johnson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Prescott now from the 50. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Johnson running right. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The Cowboys at 9-1 on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Prescott on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. That's certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now Andrews throwing to start the drive. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. A first carry for Rachaad White. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give up the middle to Gibson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Andrews. There's a short one taken in by Otten. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 60 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. The throw over the middle, taken in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Otten brings it in over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
To throw is Andrews. Looking to throw on 2nd down. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Micah Parsons in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Andrews. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Rachaad White hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. The Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all finished off by a touchdown catch from Rachaad White. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. 2nd down, Prescott. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, They seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Andrews from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Mike check 33. 33. Watch the pass. Hey, check back 33.
Andrews now on 1st and 10. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy is on fire.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Andrews. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
That one too wide and incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Dallas offense set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. Swinging this out for Pollard. No gain, and it's second down. Prescott now on second down. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 3rd and 4. Prescott yet again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now here's Andrews on first down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Andrews to throw on second down. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw is Andrews. Throwing on first down. He finds his target. It's Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. Terrace Marshall, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting Jags out in front. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter.
2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Andrews. Over the middle to Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches. That speaks loudly in volumes.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, Andrews. Under pressure, they got him again. Mozzie Smith in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Andrews. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain
that advantage here on this drive? This 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Andrews. Evans has it left side. And Evans will have a Bucs first down as he'll get this up to the 45-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They run straight ahead here with White, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Aubrey good with a PAT and score.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Andrews.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Andrews. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Prescott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A 1st down throw for Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Andrews on 1st and 10.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Andrews got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
Operating from the gun, Andrews. He's got White here. And he's taken down inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Andrews. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin.
And Godwin going to have a Bucs 1st down as he'll get this down inside the 20.
That'll go as a pickup of 8. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Andrews. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Micah Parsons.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Andrews. He's got Otten. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Andrews.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks.
So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right?
Get
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and that should be that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Prescott now, option right. And shedding a man at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Dallas, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.